Hello there, and welcome back to the Otaku Bandito's Museum of Apple Computers. Yeah, I bet you weren't expecting to see another video in that series, weren't you? Due to inactivity. So, I decided to abandon the whole writing the article stuff and only focus on the videos. Okay, here's the idea of these videos. The first part will be focusing on the some of the specs on the computer and the history on the computer itself. The second part will be focusing on some of the ports and some of the features that the computer had. And the third and final part will be testing the computer. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the iBook G3 Snow. The iBook G3 Snow was released in 2001 as a successor to the iBook G3 Clamshell. And yes, I do own an iBook G3 Clamshell, but it's not shown on screen right now. When this computer first came out, it had a 500 megahertz PowerPC G3 processor. But later models in the iBook G3 Snow series of computers had the processor speed bumped up to 600 megahertz and then 700 megahertz, while the lower end configurations retained the lower processor speeds, and then 800 megahertz, and eventually the latest model in the iBook G3 Snow series of computers had a 900 megahertz PowerPC G3 processor. Yeah, you get the idea. As time marched on, it got slightly faster. Oh, and the iBook G3, the original model, either has a base RAM of base memory of 64 megabytes or 128 megabytes. But later models, of course, have a base memory of 128 megabytes or 256 megabytes. However, they can be expanded up to 576 megabytes or 640 megabytes of RAM, depending on the model. Yeah. The iBook G3 Snow was a pretty good machine for its time, and that's all I have to say for the first part. So let's move on to the second part. Alright, so let's talk about what this computer has in store for ports and features. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that the iBook G3 Snow that I have right here is a 600 megahertz model, and I believe it's a 12-inch model, or could be a 14-inch model. Alright, so yeah, this iBook has a button that you press that opens the screen. Yeah, this was a pretty common feature in old laptops. Nowadays, you hardly get those locking mechanisms. Alright, so on this side we have a DVD-ROM drive, and yes, I checked, this computer does have like a DVD-ROM drive, and it's not CD-ROM, and the power jack. Nothing special on the back. On this side we have what I believe is a monitor port. Yeah, I think it looks sort of like a monitor port, like something you would hook up your laptop to in case it got a broken screen. A headphone jack, 2 USB ports, a FireWire port, and a Ethernet port for hooking up your computer to dial-up, remember that. And another Ethernet port. And I think the hole in the this side is for a locking mechanism. Yeah. And well, I don't usually tear down computers in this video. The way you do it is you hold on to these 2 clip thingies and you release the keyboard, and there you go. Now we can see inside it. Yeah. It's got a I think that could be like a third-party airport card. Yes, it is. It's a replacement airport card in case if your other airport card goes bad. Which is pretty cool that they made these replacement cards, because you never know when you're going to need them. And of course we have this keyboard, translucent keyboard. The keys feel pretty good, I must say. They sound pretty good. They probably feel almost as good as my MacBook Pro that I use daily. And we got the speaker holes, 2 speaker holes, and the trackpad, and the power button. Because, well, every laptop computer has a power button. Alright, let's turn this sucker on. Alright, so we got the iBook G3 ready to go. Oh, and an interesting thing about this computer is that when you plug it in, the power jack lights up, which is pretty cool, I must say. Yeah, I think you see it on modern Macs. Yeah, the power jack on my MacBook Pro also lights up, but it doesn't look nearly as cool as the PowerPC based laptops with this power jack. Alright, enough talk. Let's boot up this bad boy. You got the good old Macintosh startup sound, which is still being used today. Yeah, this is the current startup sound for the Macs. I have to say it boots up pretty fast for an old machine. Probably boots up faster than my everyday computer that I use, the MacBook Pro. Alright, let's go on about this Mac. Yep, it's a 600 megahertz model. Has the 600 megahertz PowerPC G3 processor. Oh, and do you like my wallpaper, by the way? I also have it on my iBook G4 too. A pretty cool looking wallpaper of good old Witch Ashley. Alright, so the only thing we're going to demonstrate on this computer is the internet browser Classilla, because, and I kid you not, this computer is Wi-Fi capable. Yes, my our Wi-Fi connection is still good enough to be to have old computers like these connected to the internet, which is pretty cool. Alright, let's go on Classilla. And yes, this iBook G3 Snow that I have has like a classic mode. Might need to do a jump cut since the classic startup usually takes a while. Alright, so we're on Classilla, and first let's search something on Google. Yeah, no, this computer is slow by today's standards. But back then, this was a pretty fast, low-end machine. And this iBook G3 is like, I think 12 inches. And that's only 2 inches bigger than most of the notebook PCs, and has a built-in DVD-ROM drive. And yes, it's a DVD-ROM drive. I already mentioned that. Alright, let's, how about we search the computer itself? Yeah, we're being meta today, aren't we? Yeah, it's got the security warnings, and no, they haven't bothered to, the developers of Classilla hasn't even bothered to find a way to fix these security warnings. And also they're also present in Mozilla. Alright, so we got the pictures of the computer itself. Yeah. I don't think the page is going to load. But not to worry, we can always click on the article itself and check it out. Yep. The low-end Mac does work on this computer. Alright, so let's search something else. How about we search that which in the wallpaper we just mentioned? Yep, there she is. And no, I don't think like the images themselves, of course, load like at all, because it uses like mobile technology. And you do have to keep in mind, this is a pretty old machine. Yeah, sometimes web pages take a while to load, because this is pretty old. Yep, there's an article on Ashley herself. Yeah. Let's watch a YouTube video. And yes, Classilla can watch YouTube videos, and you're about to see the interesting thing about YouTube. Yeah, I know about the security warnings. Alright, let's watch one of my own videos. How about we watch How about we watch Race of the Century, since I own the copyrights. Well, Race of the Century 2. To be exact. Oh. Let's search, let's put in stop motion. Wow, I was not expecting to see that many videos when I search. Alright, let's search Otaku Bandito himself. Because the Bandito won't sue me, because he is me. Alright, so let's how about we click on let's just go with the video and get over with it. How about we click on Spider-Man Pinball? Yeah, this is the interesting thing. If you like watch a video on YouTube, you have to watch it in QuickTime, which is pretty interesting, if you ask me. Yeah, I think this is
Well, that's a boring intro.
yeah, I know. This is the last video. Oh, and by the way, this is the last video that I used that old intro.
YouTube video series. But don't worry, because I have a new intro for my video series, and you're gonna be surprised to actually see it.
Yeah, that's the painting of with girl from fighting. I don't have that painting displayed anymore in my house. I mean, in my basement room. The painting that I currently have displayed is a painting of that witch. Yeah. Everything in this segment is related to that witch. Yeah. We have a wallpaper of her, and I searched her on the internet, and now I have a painting displayed of her in my basement room. I just love her. Oh, and I'm also going to be getting a Mona painting. No, not a Mona Lisa painting, but a painting of Mona from the WarioWare series.
What I'm talking about. That right there is a good intro.
Yeah, a good intro. Yeah, it sort of does.
You're
Yeah, being meta right here.
Lazy game reviewers.
No, this computer has a pretty slow processing speed.
Well, that's because I've actually taken inspiration from the Lazy Game Reviewer's intro and have taken it into account for my intro. Pretty interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I was looking through...
Alright, that's enough of that. So, this concludes our look at the iBook G3 Snow. Alright, let's quit Classilla. And then we'll shut her down. Yeah. Oh, and it shuts down pretty quickly too. In fact, a lot faster than my not only my computer that I use every day, the MacBook Pro, but also my Dell Latitude laptop that I had as a former school computer. Alright. I'll see you later, alligator. Oh, and stay tuned for another video in this series because you never know when there's going to be another video in the Museum of Apple Computers series. See ya.